Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English. This is our second session on chapter 1, the wizard spell. In our previous session, we have discussed new words, did you know, and the introduction of the story. And I hope you all have completed your homework. I told you to read the introduction of the story and complete the story by yourself using your imagination and predictions. If you didn't complete yet, you can finish it and submit it on grade 5 English Google Classroom. And let me start this session with the introduction of the story, the wizard spell. Alisha, Rohit, Neha and Ajay, they were very good friends and also neighbors. Once they were walking back from their school, and at that time Ajay declared he knew a new shortcut. The four friends became very adventurous and excited to try a new route. While they were walking in that new route, they saw a violently purple colored mansion, and they had never seen that house before. And they all stopped in front of the strange house and wondered who would be living inside it. And come on children, let's hear the remaining part of the story. They decided to explore the house and walked towards it. No, the people in it will probably be sleeping, Alisha protested in a scared tone. But against their better judgment, they were all drawn towards the absurdly designed and totally out of place looking construction. Ajay knocked with the help of a big brass lion knocker whose tongue went in and out in a fascinating manner. While they were admiring it, the door opened silently by itself. The four friends looked at each other in disbelief and hesitated for a minute, but walked in. The interior of the house was actually scary. It was lit up by a few candles and showed a dusty and large room. "We should leave. What if there is some ghost?" whispered Alisha. "Alisha, there are no ghosts," Neha replied, laughing a bit nervously. "Don't worry. If you are scared, just hold my hand." They tiptoed towards a room with an enormous ornate chandelier. The four friends decided to explore the house and walked towards it. At that time, Alisha protested by saying the people in it might be sleeping, so let us not go inside. But even after so much discussion, they were very much drawn towards the very attractive construction and design of the house. They decided to go inside. And Ajay knocked the door of the house with the help of a big brass lion knocker. It looked very strange, with tongue went in and out in a very fascinating manner. While they were admiring everything, the door opened silently by itself. The four friends were really scared and they saw each other in disbelief and they hesitated for a minute. Then after that they went inside. The interior of the house was actually very scary. There were few candles and showed a dusty and large room. Alisha told, "We should leave from here. There may be some ghost." For that Neha replied, "Alisha, there are no ghosts. If you feel very scared, you just hold my hand." And all the four friends, they tiptoed inside the room with an enormous ornate chandelier. And here in this picture, you can see four friends. They are going inside the house in a very scary way. And there is a very big ornate chandelier, that is the light hanging from the top. And they all looked very scared, right? Yes. Now, "Hey, look," Ajay pointed. "It seems there is somebody in the room beyond the sofa. Shall we go in?" He looked at others with excitement. "Yes, let's go," Neha and Rohit replied together. They walked towards the room. The door was ajar. They peeped through the doorway. The room was dark and airy. They saw a huge table in the center of the room. A short, stout man was standing at the edge of the table. Ajay pointed a room and he said, "Hey, look, there is somebody in that room beyond the sofa. Shall we go inside? And he looked at others with so much excitement in his face. Neha and Rohit replied, yes, let's go. And they walked towards the door, but the door was already open. They peeped through the doorway and the room was very dark and airy. They saw a very huge table at the center of the room, and a short, stout man was standing at the edge of the table. The strangest thing about him was his long beard and strange attire, complete with a pointed cap. Candles flickered in the room, the only source of light. Numerous racks overflowing with books and strange jars lined the walls. There was a short, stout man with long beard, and he looked very strange with a pointed cap. And candles started flickering in the room. Flickered means what, children? Unsteady light. Yes. And the candles were only source of light. And there were numerous racks filled with books and strange jars that lined the walls. And the man had a beaker in his hand and was chanting something. Chanting means murmuring something, some magic words from the large leather bound book. Yes? And see here, children, there is a short, stout man with a magic wand in his hand, and there are so many candles and many racks filled with books and strange jars, and there is a large leather bound book and also candles flickering. Yes? Yeah. And now all of you take your note, children. You can summarize till this part of the story in 4 to 5 lines. Yes, children. Now let us go into the next part of the story. Suddenly, the man looked up and peered towards them. Who are you? Show yourself to me, or I will make you invisible, he uttered angrily. Please don't do that. We mean no harm. The children opened the door. They were trembling with fear. What are you doing here? Demanded the man. We were coming back from school and saw the house. We got a bit interested and decided to explore it. That's all. Who are you? Asked Rohit. Suddenly what happened? The man stopped his chanting and looked up, and he shouted angrily towards the children. Who are you? Show yourself to me, or I will make you all invisible, he said very angrily. Please don't do that. We didn't mean any harm to you. We just coming back from school, and on our way we see this house and we were very excited. We wanted to explore it, so we just came inside. So please don't do anything. Like that the children were telling in fear. And Rohit asked, who are you? He could be counted on to calm down a ragging bull with his calm and collected demeanor, and it stood him in good stead there. My name is David Sullivan, and I am a wizard. But my mother told me that there are no wizards, said Alicia, rather thoughtlessly. Did she now? Roared the wizard, for indeed he was one. I am the greatest wizard of all time. I have magical powers. Magical powers? The children asked in surprise. Tell us, what can you do? I have the power to change any situation. The wizard spoke loudly. The power to change any situation? Chorused the children with a hint of surprise in their voices. What kind of power is that? Asked Ajay dubiously. Well, you tell me any situation, and with my magical spell, I can change it completely. The children looked at him in distress. So I see you don't believe me. Tell me what change you want to bring in one of your lives. I will change the situation for just one of you. Rohit, even though he looked very scared and he was scared inside, what he was doing? He asked the man, who are you? With a brave face outwards, right? And the wizard told, my name is David Sullivan, and I am a wizard. For that Alicia asked the man, but my mother told there were no wizards. And the David Sullivan, the wizard, got very angry because he was himself a wizard, right? So he got angry with Alicia. I am the greatest wizard of all time and I have magical powers, the wizard told them. Magical powers? The children got very surprised and they want to know what he can do. And they asked, what you can do with the help of your magic? For that the wizard told, I have the power to change any situation. If you tell me any situation, I can change that particular situation. Like that, the wizard is telling. What kind of power is that? Asked Ajay very doubtfully. Right? And when you tell me any situation with the help of my magical spell, I can change the situation. Wizard told. The children looked at him in distress. That means the children don't believe him. So that the wizard was telling, you just tell me any one situation of yourself, I will change it completely. The children thought for a while. Can we have some time to think about it, please? Rohit asked softly. Take your time, said the wizard and went back to his chanting. I want him to change my life, Ajay said. Tomorrow is my mathematics exam and I am not prepared, but I want to get good marks in it. So please let him cast a spell on me. No, it's my birthday next week and I want a bicycle. My mother does not want me to buy it. So let him change my life, pouted Alicia. I want to go on a vacation to Disneyland. If you let that wizard cast a spell on me, I will take you all along too. Neha spoke excitedly. What a selfish people we are. Think about other people who need the spell. I know of a person who needs the spell more than us. The four friends held an impromptu debate. Gradually, their voices mellowed and soon Rohit walked determinedly towards the wizard. We have decided that we want to use your magical powers on the person that we see daily while going to school, he said. The children thought for a while when the wizard told them to ask for a wish and they started discussing. After that, Rohit asked the wizard, can we have some time to discuss? So that the wizard told, okay, you take your own time, you can discuss and tell me later. And after that, they all were discussing. First, Ajay told, tomorrow is my maths exam and I am not prepared, so that I want good marks in it. So please let that wizard cast a spell on me. And after that, Alicia told, no, it's my birthday next week, so I wanted a bicycle. My mother doesn't want me to buy it, so please let the wizard cast a spell on me. And after that, Neha told, I want to go on a vacation to Disneyland. So if you all allow me to cast a spell on me, I will also take all of you along with me. Like that, Neha is trying to convince her friends. And for that, Rohit told, what a lot of selfish people we are. We are always thinking about ourselves. But think about other people who really need the spell. I know of a person who needs the spell more than us. Like that, Rohit was telling. And after that, the four friends, they made a debate. They were discussing very seriously. And after some time, their voices mellowed and soon Rohit walked determinedly towards the wizard. He went towards the wizard and he told, we have decided what we want to use your magical powers, and we want you to use your powers on a person that we see daily while we are going to school. And now in your note, you just summarize this portion of the story in 4 to 5 lines, children. Yes. And here you can see an old man who is wearing a torn clothes and he looks very weak and very old, and he is standing before a old hut. Tell me who he is and what he looks like, said the wizard as he closed his eyes and started chanting a spell. There is an old man His clothes are dirty and torn. He lives in a small hut on the other side of the road. His house is always dark. He appears very sad and feeble. He is rude to people who come and try to help him, said Rohit. Neha continued, we really want to help him but don't know how. So we want you to use your magical powers on him. The wizard smiled at Neha and looked at the rest of the children. Are you all sure that this is what you want? I can give you all new toys, dresses and get you good grades. No, we want you to help that man, the children said in unison. Even as they firmly closed their minds to the tantalizing possibilities of what the wizard offered for them. And the wizard was asking the children, okay, you tell me who he is and what he looks like. For that, Rohit said, there is an old man. His clothes are very dirty and torn. He lives in a very small hut on the other side of the road. His house is always dark. He appears very sad and weak. And if we try to help him, he will be very rude to us also. So Neha continued, we really want to help that old man, but he was not at all accepting our help. So we want you to use your magical powers on him so that he will get a new life. The wizard smiled at Neha and looked at all the children and asked, are you sure this is all you want? I can give you many other things than this. That is, you can get new toys, dresses and you can get even good grades. But the children told in a strong voice, no, we want you to help that man. And they firmly closed their minds to the tantalizing possibilities of what they can get from the wizard. Okay then, said the wizard and chanted a spell. Cave Geminio, he uttered. The candles flickered and the table shook a little bit. After a few minutes, the wizard said, visit the man tomorrow and you will see that the spell has worked. The children tumbled out of the house with a smile on their faces, loudly exclaiming about the strange encounter. They could hardly wait for the next day. Much to their parents' surprise, they finished off their homework and dinner at record speed and retired to bed. The next morning, the four friends left for their school earlier than usual. They reached the same road where the old man lived. Wonder of wonders! Instead of the old hut, they found a beautiful house. And okay then, the wizard said, and he started chanting a spell. He said, Cave Geminio, and he uttered those words. The candle started flickering and the table shook a little bit, and after a few minutes the wizard said, okay, you can go and visit that man tomorrow and you will see that spell has worked. The children, they tumbled out of the house. They jumped here and there with a smile on their faces and loudly exclaiming about the strange encounter that they have faced. They could hardly wait for the next day. They couldn't able to wait for the next day. Much to their parents' surprise, what they did, they finished their homework very fast and they go to bed early. And the next morning, the four friends left from their school earlier than usual. Okay, they started to school earlier than usual. They reached the same road where the old man lived, and at that time, what happened? Wonder of wonders! They cannot able to see the old hut. What they saw there? They found a beautiful house. All of you see this picture, children? There is a young man standing very strong before a very beautiful and large house, right? Yes. They went to the house and knocked at the door. A young man opened the door. How can I help you? Asked the man. We are looking for the old man who used to live here. Did you know where he has gone? Asked the children. The man smiled at the children and said, I am the same old man. I don't know what happened last night. I went to bed with aches and pains in my body and in my rickety old hut. And this morning, I thought I was dreaming when I got up and saw that I had changed into a young man. I am healthy once again and completely fit. My closets are filled with clean clothes. My kitchen is groaning with food. I have a big house now. You know what? I will keep this house open to all the people who need shelter. I will forever be a place from where no one is turned away. My house is bright and now I am truly happy. I feel I have been given a second chance at life. It's some kind of miracle. The children knew that it was because of David Sullivan, the wizard. After their classes, they rushed to meet him and to tell him that his spell worked. But when they took the shortcut, there were no sign of the purple house or of David Sullivan. They looked everywhere, but it was as if he never existed. Where is Mr. David Sullivan? Ajay asked. And what happened to the house? Suddenly, the children found an envelope with a note. They quickly read it. It said, "Listen, children, they went to the house, that beautiful house at that place. They went and knocked at the door. The young man opened the door, and the children got shocked. And they asked that man, where is the old man who was living here?" And for that, the man smiled at the children and said, "I am the same old man. I went to bed last night in my rickety old house and I had lot of aches and pains in my body. But this morning when I woke up, I felt like a dream. I was in a very big house and my closets were filled with clean new clothes. My kitchen is groaning with food. I have a big house now. You know what? I will keep this house open to all the people who are in need. And I will give shelter for everyone who come here to this house." And he also tell it will be forever be place from where no one is turned away. My house is bright and I feel very happy now. And I have had a second chance in my life so that I will help the people who are needy. And also it is some kind of miracle, the old man said. The children knew very well that it's only because of David Sullivan and his spell. So after finishing their classes, they all rushed to the place of that purple color mansion. But to their surprise, there were no sign of the purple house or David Sullivan. Ajay asked, "Where is Mr. David Sullivan and what happened to the house?" Suddenly, the children found an envelope. There is an envelope with a note in it and they started reading it very quickly. Now, you take your note and write 4 to 5 lines summarizing this part of the story, children. Okay, this is what the envelope said. "Dear children, I want to tell you that I am proud of you all. You could have used my powers for your own needs, but you used them for somebody else. This shows how compassionate you are. I am going now, but always remember the feeling you get when you put others before yourself is far better than thinking about yourself all the time. Go to that huge tree right in front of you and you will find a reward for your good deed. David Sullivan." And there was an envelope, and in that envelope the wizard have written, "I want to tell you children that I am very proud of you all. You could have used my powers for your own use, right? But you used them for somebody else, happiness. This shows how compassionate you are." And he also said, "We always feel very happy and very fulfilled when we think about others before thinking about ourselves, right? Instead of being selfish, when we think about others' happiness, we will get a very good feel in our heart." And he also said, "You all are very good children and I will give you the reward for your good deeds. So go to that huge tree in front of you and there are many rewards." Right? Like that he has written in that letter. And the children ran towards the huge tree and saw a pile of gifts with their names on them. They picked up their gifts and walked happily towards their homes. They would spend many an evening talking about this experience. During summer vacations, they spent a part of their time volunteering at the large home of the old man where no needy person or even animal was turned away. The children was very happy and excited. They ran towards that huge tree and they saw a pile of gifts, many gifts with their names written on them. They picked up their gifts and they walked happily towards their homes, and they would spend many an evening talking about this beautiful experience. And also during the summer vacation, the children went to the old man's home to help the people who are needy. Yes, and the large home of the old man became the place where no needy person or even animal was turned away from that home, right? Okay, let us summarize the story. Yes, children, the four friends, they were walking back from their school. At that time, Ajay told that he knew a new shortcut, and they started exploring that new shortcut. While they were going there, they saw a violently purple color house. They wanted to explore what's inside that house and who was living inside it. They all went inside. The house looked very dark and very airy. There was a large room with few candles lit in that place, and when they went inside, they saw a room with a large table, and in that table there was a man standing near the table. He looked short and stout and with a very long beard and a very strange attire with a pointed cap, and he was chanting something by seeing the large bound book in that table. The room was filled with many racks and very strange jars and books in it, right? The children, they peeped inside that room, and after that the wizard, he told, come inside and show me yourself, otherwise I will make you all invisible. The children got very scared. They went inside that room, and after that what happened? Ajay asked, who are you? And after that the old man told, I am David Sullivan, the wizard, and I have many magical powers. The children were very doubtful. Yes, and they asked, what is your power? For that the wizard told, I can change any situation. I can change any situation. And for that the children asked, can you able to change situation? What's that power? And the wizard got angry and he told, you tell me any one situation of yourself, I can change it completely. And after that, these four children, they were discussing about their own wishes first, and after that Rohit told, we should not think about ourselves always. We should use this spell for someone who is really in need of it. And after that, they decided to help a man who they used to see while they were returning to school. Yes, while they were going to school, they always saw an old man who looked very weak and very old, and he always used to wear torn clothes, and he was living in an old hut. They decided and they went to the wizard and told that he want to change the life of that particular old man. And for that the wizard told, you can get whatever you need, children. I can give you beautiful dresses, new toys, and also even better grades in your class. But the children were strong in their decision. They want to help that old man. And after that the wizard uttered the magic words, Cave Geminio, and after he uttered those words, the candles started flickering and the table shook. And after that what happened? The wizard told, tomorrow you go and check and you can see my spell worked on that old man. And the next day the children were very happy. What they did? They started to home early and they saw a very beautiful house instead of the old hut. They went there and they knocked the door. The young man opened the door and they were inquiring about that old man who used to live there. For that the young man told, I was that same old man. Yes, and he also told, I went to sleep in my old rickety hut with aches and pains in my body, but to my wonder, while I was waking up in the morning, I saw I was in a very beautiful and large house filled with many food, and my closets were full of new clothes and very neat ones. Yes, and I got this second chance in my life. I sure will use this to help the persons who are in need. And he always wanted to help others who are in need, but he didn't get a chance. But now he had given a second chance in his life, so he wanted to use this chance very usefully to the people who are in need. And the children, they went after their classes rushing up to see the purple color mansion and to meet the wizard. But there were no trace of that purple colored house or David Sullivan. But they found an envelope with a note in it. And they started reading the envelope, and in that it is mentioned that I am very proud of you children. You have asked my wish to help the old man who is in need instead of for yourself. So, for rewarding your good deeds, I have kept some presents in front of yourself in a huge big tree. You can go and get it from there. And afterwards, the children rushed to the tree, and there they can see the pile of gifts with their names written on it. Then they took the gifts and went home very happily. After that, they used to talk about this beautiful experience every evening, and during their summer vacation, they used to go to the old man's house to help the people who are in need, and they lived very happily. Yes, this is the story all about. What is the moral you are learning from the story, children? Can anyone guess or tell me what is the moral of the story? We should not step into the house of strangers. We should not step into house of strangers, and don't go to the new place without informing your parents. We should not go inside the house of strangers or go to a new place with our friends without telling our parents. It may lead to danger, right? You may get into trouble and no one can come there to help you. And the main thing you should know from this story is you should be kind and you should show compassion. Yes, you should think from others' point of view. Right, children? You have to help the people who are in need. We should not be selfish. We should not always think about ourselves. Instead, we should think of others who are really in need. And what is the main theme of the story? It's always better when you put others before yourself. Don't think about yourself all the time. Don't always think about yourself all the time. It's always better when you think about others before yourself, right? Yes, and today's homework, read the wizard spell story twice and answer the given questions. All of you take page number 5 in your workbook, chapter number 1, and you have to fill in the first 3 questions. What you liked from the story, what you learned from the story, and you have to draw a scene with wizard chanting spell and the children peeping through the door. You can draw this, or you can even draw your favorite scene from the story in that place, right? And you have to also complete 4, 5 and 6th question from your workbook. What did the children discuss while walking from school to home? That is your 4th question. What the children used to discuss while walking from school to home. And 5th question is, why did Alicia not want to go inside the house? 6th one is, describe the appearance of the wizard. You just read the story, refer the book and write the answers for these 6 questions. Right children? I hope you enjoy this session and you enjoy this story along with me. Yes, always help others, be kind, be compassionate, think about others before ourselves. Right? It will make us very happy and we will feel very good. Right children? Keep this in mind. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.